of the council. And again, we are so happy to see each and every one of you in these difficult times, and thank you so much. It's nice to be back, seeing people, and able to see faces, well, not really, half of the face, but seeing bodies. This is very good for our mental health. So just a little few housekeeping announcement. You guys are aware of the building. There's 2 bathrooms up here and also downstairs, okay? Our plan for today is that we are going to be here from 9 o'clock to 11. No worries, we'll give you guys a break. No tests at the end of this whole thing. So just relax and enjoy our presentation. So first thing is, welcome to our Ministry Leader Town Hall for 2020. Oh, 2021. For 2021. First thing is, see, with all this COVID, I don't even know what days I am, what year. I just go along with the program. First of all, as I said earlier, my name is Mimi Honda, one of the newest members of the PPC, but what it is when you're a new member, they just nominate you for something else. So, I don't know if it's a good thing, but I am the chairperson for this year, and we do have a lot of new members, so I will ask everyone to also introduce themselves. Have been coming to this parish since 1988, raised and grew up here in Eagle Rock, moved to Atwater Village, but has to come back to St. Dominic. And also my 7-year-old is at the St. Dominic school. So I think this is going to be home for the next 20, 30, 50 years maybe. Okay, so now I'm happy to introduce the different members that we have, and I'm going to start with Jay, but we know him very well.
Thank you, Mimi. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our Ministry Town Hall. Thank you so much for being here. It's wonderful to see everybody gathered, and fortunately, we're all being safe, so thank you for that as well. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Jay Cooney. I'm one of the newer members of the parish staff. I do the communications coordination, and I'm also one of the co-chairs for the Centennial Committee. So if you have questions about that kind of stuff, about the website or the Facebook page, you can always reach out to me. I'm also a member of the choir, and I've been on the parish council now for 3 years. So thank you again for being here. And next, I'll give it over to Joanna.
Hi, good morning, everyone. My name is Joanna DeLosa, and I've been on the Parish Council Committee for 2 months. I'm also part of the Lectors Committee, and I help train lectors, and I'm also a Eucharistic minister, and I help out with the Communications Committee. So I'm happy to be here and happy to help. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I guess some of you knows me. I am Rosalina Chawa, and I'm also one of the newest member of the PPC. And I also belong to the Legion of Mary Ministry, and I'm also a member of the choir for quite some time, like 10 years maybe, the 9 o'clock choir. So thank you and for coming over here and meeting us and joining our town hall meeting, and I welcome you all.
Thank you. Good morning. I'm Bob Hunt. I'm also working on the Parish Council. I also serve as a sacristan and Eucharistic minister and the Finance Council as well. I left the credit card at home. So welcome and go ahead.
Good morning. I'm Maria Velasquez, and I've been in the parish since 1980. I've done a lot of ministries with many of you in the room and a lot of different things, and I just love this parish and serve this parish any way that I can. And I welcome you all here, and I pray for a blessed year ahead of us.
Hi, good morning. I'm Teresa Tibera, Ruby's daughter. I've been involved with St. Dominic since 1980. I'm also one of the newer members on the Pastoral.
Good morning, everyone. As everyone knows me, my name is Joseph Descalzo. I've been with the PTC for 3 years also. And I've been a parishioner since 1989, and all my 3 kids graduated at St. Dominic's School. 2 of them got the sacrament and the ceremony of the sacrament of confirmation at St. Dominic. So I'm very grateful with St. Dominic. So it's our objective today to be able to share with you the plans for the forthcoming Centennial Celebration, as well as to seek your engagement into this very milestone activities. So welcome once again.
Thank you, everybody. Besides arriving late, I do quite a few other things. My name is Sylvia Clemens, and I've been part of this parish for over 40 years. We came here quite by accident. When we came here, we loved it and we stayed. And now that I live in the neighborhood, I'm glad that I'm able to serve in other areas for this parish. I was a volunteer for Hope for quite a few years with my family, and that's how I've gotten to know some of you. I love doing that kind of work, and I hope it comes back. During the pandemic, I decided to volunteer and be an usher, so I've been doing that for the Saturday night Centennial Mass, and I see Zen here, a great leader for the Saturday Centennial Mass. Also, a few years ago, somebody had the Operation Christmas Child, and I asked about it, and I've been able to bring it back for 2 years, including during the pandemic. And so hopefully this year we'll do it again, and hopefully many of you will participate. I know that many of you did, and so maybe we'll bring back a bigger group. And so now I'm part of this amazing group, and I'm always happy to serve you and our parish and our community. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So ladies and gentlemen, here's your EPC for 2021, and as you have heard, a lot of us are rookies, so please be patient with us and work with us. And I forgot Father Roberto, we are going to have our opening prayer now. He's always looking at me, time, stuff that I forget.
Whoa.
Good morning.
Can you all hear me? Okay. Oh, that's pretty loud. Muy buenos días a nuestra comunidad hispana. I'm going to try and say some things in Spanish every once in a while for the Hispanic community to understand in case for those who don't speak English. So again, a beautiful event for us. So let's begin with prayer. Invite us to stand. Vamos a empezar con una oración. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Dear God, thank you so much for this gathering. Thank you for this beautiful building, for the dream of Father Paul. Gracias, Señor, por este edificio, por el sueño de Padre Paul, por esta reunión en este día. Thank you for being with this parish and with each of us individually throughout the years. Thank you for all those who have gone before us that have worked so hard to keep this parish going. Gracias por todas las personas que se han esforzado para mantener en pie a esta parroquia a lo largo de los años. Thank you for this year that we celebrate our centennial, este año de nuestro centenario. Bless this meeting, bless each of these leaders of the ministries and all of our parishioners. Bendice esta reunión, los líderes que están aquí presentes y todos nuestros feligreses. And may we continue to open our hearts to you and be grateful for all your gifts. Ayúdanos a siempre abrir nuestros corazones a ti y ser agradecidos por todos tus dones. Bless our meeting and our time together today. Bendícenos hoy y nuestra reunión hoy. We ask this by saying, Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou among women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners, now and at the hour of our death. Amen. Saint Dominic, pray for us. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
So as I said earlier, the focus of our meeting today for the next 2 hours is kind of give you guys what are we planning for our Centennial events. We are lucky enough that St. Dominic has been here for 100 years. That's an amazing feat for our parents. This was supposed to be planned for this year, and you guys are aware of that. But because of what the pandemic, we have to push it a little bit. So first of all, again, we are 100 years, 1921 to 2021, and our motto for this celebration is keeping the faith for the next century. We might not be here, but our children, grandchildren will be here, so hoping that this continues. And these are the logos. We have different colors. Our color is black and white to honor our St. Dominic. However, we do have a purple, a green, and a blue. And this is just to get some attention. You probably have seen this around the campus of Paris and also downstairs. I don't know if you have seen them, but Jay has been amazing enough to be able to provide us all these logos that you guys will see. Okay? And now Jay will go ahead and talk about the different activities that we have.
Thank you, Mimi. Okay, so just before the pandemic, we had begun a Centennial Committee and invited many of you and others from the church to start planning for this celebration. So there's been a long series of brainstorming and planning, different ideas, and so what you're going to see is what we boiled it down to, what we're planning on doing for the next school year. Will begin this September, and so the grand opening of this building will be on Sunday, September 12th, and then we'll go through that. Joanna, let's do the next one. We sent out invitations to the Centennial year in the last 2 weeks. Many of you helped us to stuff envelopes and seal them. We sent out about 4,000 envelopes. So in it, there was greetings as well as a calendar, and then later on we'll show you the donation appeal. Let's go ahead. This is the calendar of events. You'll see it on the flyer that we've given out. It's also on some of the posters, and so that will be available on our website. And okay, so yeah, go ahead. This is our first event for the Centennial. It's coming up on September 12th. That's a Sunday. And the plan is going to be an open house. The building will be opened during the first Mass of the morning at 7:30, and it will remain open all the way until the end of the Spanish Mass a little bit afterwards. Basically, all parishioners are invited. And Joanna, go ahead. Father, do you want to translate or should?
Tratamos de poner algunos de los diapositivos en español también para que entiendan un poco eso. Va a ser la gran inauguración, la apertura de este edificio el domingo 12 de septiembre, todo el día hasta después de la misa en español para que los feligreses puedan venir aquí y ver, como ustedes han visto hoy, la belleza de este edificio.
So here are the activities for the grand opening. After the 9 o'clock Mass, between 9 o'clock and 11 o'clock, we will have a ribbon cutting ceremony. Father will preside. We'll have a few guests, including the architect and the construction workers that built the building. Upstairs in this room, and this is going to involve most of you more than anyone else, is the ministry fair. And so that's going to run throughout the day, and we're going to have the tables set around this room so that ministries can put different literature, invitations, and information about their group. There will be self-guided tours so people can wander the building, check out the rooms, see the renovation project and the completion of it. There will be a children's activity room, which will include drawing, games such as that, and we'll also have child care. So there will be a few volunteers throughout the day monitoring the kids in the room to make sure that they have activities. We will also have refreshments, and there will be church merchandise for sale downstairs.
Otra vez, estas son las actividades que vamos a tener ese día de la inauguración de este edificio. Vamos a cortar la cinta después de la misa de las 9 de la mañana con diferentes personas que han estado trabajando. El arquitecto, Padre Peter Rogers va a regresar. Father Peter Rogers is going to come back to that ceremony. Otras personas, y va a ser una ceremonia pequeña, en cortar la cinta. Y durante, como dije, durante todo el día, este domingo vamos a estar aquí, a tener el edificio abierto, y va a haber acá en este salón arriba una feria de ministerios. Es una oportunidad para que ustedes puedan reclutar nuevos miembros en sus ministerios. Las personas pueden caminar por el edificio para ver todo lo que tenemos. Va a haber actividades y cuidado de niños para que los padres puedan venir y tener sus hijos con sus actividades abajo en uno de los salones. Refrigerios y mercancía en venta, camisetas, tazas, etc. En ese día.
Another activity this fall is going to be the Students Centennial Art Contest. And the theme for the contest is, what will St. Dominic Church look like 100 years in the future? So this is for kids. We're starting with kindergarten all the way through 8th grade. Anyone in that age range is welcome to participate. We are also sending this out to St. Dominic's School, so the students at the school will participate. And all of your children and grandchildren are invited to participate as well. The entry form and the rules are available on our Centennial website, and we'll give that out soon.
Okay. Es una idea muy creativa para involucrar a los niños. Vamos a tener un concurso de arte estudiantil para el centenario. Y el tema es, como pueden ver, cómo será la iglesia de Santo Domingo en 100 años en el futuro. Y dejar que los niños desde el kinder al 8º grado puedan participar. Los niños de la escuela, los niños en nuestra parroquia. Entonces va a ser muy, muy interesante.
And so we'll have more information about the art contest later.
Y el formulario para entrar en el concurso está disponible en nuestro sitio web. Tenemos una página especial para el centenario. Ahí pueden encontrar las aplicaciones.
And the deadline for the contest is November 1st. So all submissions can be taken to either the parish office or to the school office. Sister Joyanne and Father Jude have agreed to be judges, and then we're going to pick one additional judge from the school, probably the art teacher. And then there are 3 categories of winners. There's going to be kindergarten through 2nd grade, 3rd grade through 5th grade, and 6th grade through 8th grade. So there'll be 3 winners, and then we'll have some probably gift cards and things like that for the kids. So. Go ahead. All right, now Michelle is going to talk about our Memorial Mass.
Good morning, everyone. The Memorial Mass was an idea of a great child by the Pastoral Council.
You need to hold it closer. Hold it closer to you.
Can you hear me now? Yes. Thank you. Let me start over again. Good morning. The Memorial Mass was a great child of the Pastoral Council in order to honor all those that have passed during the years of 2020 and 2021. Of our loved ones that have gone before us. So, vamos a tener una misa conmemorativa para todos nuestros seres queridos que han fallecido durante el periodo del año 2020 y 2021.
What time is that mass?
The details are still being worked out. Los detalles todavía están arreglándose. But for now, we do want you to know that we are planning a Mass to remember those that have gone before us. Okay? The date is November 7th. It's a Sunday. It's a Sunday, November 7th. El día es el 7 de noviembre del 2021. Todavía los detalles van a salir.
They have one Mass in English and one in Spanish.
So, as Michelle said, we'll have more information about the Memorial Mass, and there will also be a way for parishioners to participate with photographs of their loved ones. And I don't recall if we're tying that in with Day of the Dead, but we may be incorporating some of the Dia de los Muertos activities as well. So, as we turn the page to the next year, at the end of the year, we have our New Year's Eve dance. And so this year, we we decided to make that a part of the Centennial Celebrations by making it a Dapper themed dance. So it'll be a 1920s themed dance. We'll have some old music as well as modern music. And if any of you have ever heard of Dapper Day at Disneyland, something similar to that, where people are welcome to dress up in fun clothes and celebrate the new year. And as I said, it'll be 20s themed since our anniversary is 1921.
Va a haber un baile elegante de noche vieja. Siempre tenemos en la parroquia un baile en esta noche, pero este año el tema va a ser para celebrar nuestro centenario de los años 20. Entonces pedimos a los feligreses que vengan vestidos con esos trajes de ese tiempo y que practican el giro.
Centennial Mass. We've invited Archbishop Gomez to celebrate the Mass with us, and he has agreed to it. And that will be a bilingual Mass, one Mass for the entire day, on Sunday, February 20th, 2022. So again, that's one Mass on February 20th, it's a Sunday, and our tentative plans are to have it outdoors. Now the reason for that is, the very first parishioners at St. Dominic celebrated Mass in a tent. And so we're going to honor that by being outdoors in a tent, weather permitting. Following the Mass will be a luncheon banquet. There will be more information about that. We will require an RSVP for the banquet, but not for the Mass. So everyone can come to the Mass. Those who would like to join us for a meal, we will be sending out RSVPs. And Father, go ahead.
There's somebody with a question.
Yes.
So for that day, you're coming for a Mass for the whole day?
Correct. Yeah, one bilingual Mass on that Sunday, celebrated by Archbishop Gomez.
Did you say you figured out the time?
I tell you what, guys, I love the question. We are going to have a Q&A at the end, so let's hold all the questions till we do the Q&A. Thank you.
Este es el evento más importante de todo el año, la misa centenaria, el 20 de febrero de 2022, con el arzobispo Gómez, que ya ha conseguido venir a celebrar esa misa bilingüe para que todos los feligreses vengan. Solo va a haber en este domingo una sola misa en todo el día, para que todos puedan venir y celebrar nuestro centenario juntos. Y la idea es conmemorar las primeras misas aquí en esta parroquia hace 100 años, que fue debajo de una carpa. Entonces estamos intentando, ojalá con un buen tiempo, poner una carpa en la escuela y invitar a todos que vengan ahí a esa misa. Y después de la misa va a haber un almuerzo con el arzobispo y todos en el salón parroquial, en el gimnasio, etc. Ojalá otra vez con el buen tiempo vamos a tener esa celebración.
All right, and then a fun activity next year at the end of the school year is going to be the Parish time capsule. And basically the plan is to fill and bury the time capsule at the parish. The items can come from ministries, from the staff and the priests, and our goal would to have it be sealed up and reopened in 25 years. So with this activity, the reason we put it at the end of the year is that we would like to collect some of the articles from the Centennial, the program. We're also having a book and a film made. So those items can also go into the time capsule and be shared with future generations. There will be more information about for your ministry, so that if you would like to submit an item, we'll have a size limitation because of the size of the capsule. And we're also still in the process of deciding where on the parish campus that will go.
Como pueden ver, vamos a tener otra idea de tener una cápsula de tiempo parroquial. Vamos a una caja de fierro o algo así y enterrarla con artículos de cada ministerio, cosas importantes, y vamos a sacar la caja, la cápsula en 25 años. Es lo que tenemos planeado para que la generación futura pueda ver qué es lo que tuvimos en este tiempo en la parroquia. Y todavía no sabemos cuándo va a ser o dónde vamos a enterrar la cápsula, pero es una idea, yo creo, muy creativa.
Okay, additional activities. These are the other things. I already mentioned the historical book and film. Thank you to Michael Centennial in the back for taking pictures and video today. He's also our filmmaker who's working on the documentary currently. We are going to update our parish photo directory for the first time in 25 years. The last time it was updated was in 1996, I believe. So that will be an opportunity for families and individuals to schedule a portrait photography session, have your picture taken, and we'll put it into the new directory. That will also be coordinated with the printing company, and so we'll have more information about that once the printing company is selected. We have a parish retreat. I'm sorry, I'm going backwards here. But we have a parish retreat coming up this October. There will be more information coming about that. And the carnival, I don't know, Father, if you want to talk about the carnival, and so I'll let Father talk about the carnival, and then we'll do the next part.
As you know, the carnival is a very important kickoff every year in September, but because of the Delta surge, we figured that, well, first of all, it's been hard to get volunteers from the parish to commit to work the carnival for 3 days, as well as just figuring that people are going to be a little bit hesitant to come to a big event like that. So we decided to change it to something different this year. So it's not going to be the carnival, we're not going to have the rides, but we want to have what's called a color run, a color-a-thon, and a little bit more about that later. But basically, it's kind of a race, and we'll have it on our grounds here, and people will be sprayed with different colors. It's supposed to be a fun thing, not just for kids, but for adults as well. And the whole idea is to get sponsors to pay for you to run, and so on, and we'll have some food available. Karen, what else was there along those lines? Why don't you come up? Karen Coletto is in charge of the carnival committee, and so the committee has been working, and it took us a while to decide that we're going to do something different this year. But
good morning, everybody. As Father said, my name is Karen Coletto. I'm a parishioner for quite many years, and one daughter graduated from St. Dominic's, and one is still there. And for the last, I lost track now, I think 4 or 5 years, I've been working with our pastors, Cecilia, Dave, Lear, to work on the carnival. As Father said, this year, because of the Delta surge and some other things he already mentioned, we decided to cancel it, but we are scheduling for next year, so you can calendar September that same weekend for 2022. And we're doing this color run. We're working out the details, but essentially, like Father said, it's kind of like a little job-a-thon, and we're going to raise the money through both donations and flat fee entries. And we're going to break it up so that not everybody's racing at the same time, so we'll kind of break it down by age groups. And we'll have kids, hopefully we'll have some adults participating, and just having a lot of fun out in the parking lot. And we're going to follow that up with food and dessert out near the parish hall. So we're still working out the details. That event is scheduled for September 25th, so it's the same weekend. And we don't have the time set up yet, but we estimate it'll probably be between 10 and 4. We will be putting out all the information, in the parish bulletin as we finalize everything. And we really hope you can join us, or sign up your kids, sign up your grandkids. We're hoping to follow this up with a second event in the spring, again, to just kind of help support our parish. Because we had to cancel the carnival, which you all know is, not only a big community building event, but it's also a fundraiser for our community. So, thank you.
entonces, como dije, es un jogathon, o sea, es un tipo de carrera aquí en nuestros terrenos donde vamos a reclutar fondos, patrocinar a cada persona involucrada, los niños y también los adultos. Y es un evento divertido y después vamos a tener comida de venta. Entonces es una forma creativa de hacer algo para iniciar el año, para reunir nuestra comunidad y tratar de celebrar este año. Y va a haber más detalles en el club. Va a ser el 25, que es el sábado de ese fin de semana cuando tenemos siempre la feria parroquial. ¿Okay? Oh, ok, so hay otras actividades adicionales que vamos a tener. Vamos a tener un retiro en la parroquia de un día, un sábado de 9 a 3 más o menos. Entonces, en inglés y en español, el mismo día creo, dependiendo de Sor Lidia si ella puede ayudar con eso, para ayudarnos a celebrar, pero también enfrentar las dificultades que hemos pasado estos años con la pandemia. Yo creo que va a ser un momento muy importante para la parroquia. Vamos a hacer un directorio de la parroquia donde cada familia, cada individuo puede tomar su foto, como hemos hecho hace 25 años. Y luego también vamos a tener otro libro histórico con los detalles de la historia de la parroquia y también un video de la historia de la parroquia que Michael Centenario está haciendo. ¿Ok? Gracias. Thank you.
Thank you, Father and Jay. So you guys have seen that there's a lot of activities coming up, and this is thank you to the Centennial Celebration Committee. I'm actually also a chair of that committee with Jay. We have been planning since 2020 for all of this, but our meeting stopped back in March of 2020, I believe. So you've seen that we do have a lot of activities, and unfortunately with activities, there's cost involved. So where are we going to get this? Monies that we are going to be using. So we're thinking of Centennial Fundraising. There is actually a person in charge for that right now, and Darlene Pinacharo was gracious enough to volunteer. So the plan is that for this next few months, monies is going to go, any donations for the Centennial Fundraising will go to this one pot. And then we are going to be using it for all the activities listed or mentioned earlier, and anything that's left over, we'll bring it back to the general fund of the church. Okay, so the Centennial Fundraising will only be for this event. So the first one is the commemorative booklet ads. I hope that each of you guys have received this in your mail. This was sent out. And what this is that anybody who wants to donate would like to put the family's picture, or if you don't want to put a picture, just put congratulations St. Dominic. Then we will be creating a book that at the end of our Centennial Celebration, which is hopefully at the Centennial Mass, we'll be able to give each one of us this book, okay? We made a decision with our council that, well actually I kind of challenged them, that each of us will come up with at least $100. It could be from our own pocket, or ask somebody to donate. And then so now there's already at least 1,100 from our group. So I'm challenging each of the ministry as well to please do that, because this is probably where we're going to get the bulk of our funding. Okay. Another thing is we had met, me, Father Roberto, Jay, and Darlene, and we discussed what are the costs of each of the activities that you guys have seen earlier. And we are thinking that maybe our Centennial Mass may be the big one, because it's going to be outdoors, we'll be setting up outside, and all those kind of stuff. Okay. So again, this is one of our biggest fundraising. So I'm hoping that you guys can ask for help. This is for our celebration, this is for our parish, this is for all of us. And actually a few members of the Centennial Committee have already donated some money. We were very lucky to get a $3,000, am I correct, Father Roberto, grant from the Dominican province. And that money has been used for printing, everything is costly. So those were used for printing and other stuff for the educations and such. Okay? So go ahead, everyone. I think there's.
We'll do one at a time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense. Much
You
good.
want me to finish?
Yeah.
All right, so, is it separated, right? So the merchandise sale, what this is, Jay mentioned about t-shirts, about mugs. So we have already, a few of those, it's already being set up. And what is going to happen is if we do have leftovers from this celebration, hoping that we can continue selling those. And again, once our Centennial celebration is over, monies will be going back to our general fund. Okay? The New Year's Eve dance, this is already something that's being done by the parish every New Year's Eve. And for this time around, especially for this time, we have already talked to the people in charge of this event. The monies generated from that will also go to our Centennial Fund. And the last part is asking you guys for help. So if there is, if you guys have extra monies in your ministry, we'll be happy to grab it. If not, again, we're challenging you, please. Ask for donors. I'm actually going to Shell today in the corner. I go get my dazzlers. I'm going to go there today and ask Chuck, he's the owner, to please help us. Okay? So again, as I said, unfortunately, there's a lot of fun events, but they are not free. And we do need some funding somehow to get this going. Okay? I think that's all, right?
Yeah, there are individuals on briefly.
Ok, vamos a necesitar fondos para pagar por los eventos, sobre todo la misa en febrero, y las formas van a ser anuncios en el folleto conmemorativo que vamos a tener para esa misa, que va a tener el programa, cartas del arzobispo, etc., pero también mensajes de individuos o de ministerios felicitando a la parroquia, y hay una página que recibieron en el correo que tiene los diferentes precios para los tamaños de los anuncios en ese libro, y va a ser, yo creo, la forma principal de recaudación de fondos para el centenario. También tenemos mercancías, camisetas, tazas, etc., de venta a lo largo del año para recaudar fondos. El baile de la noche vieja también vamos a cobrar, y todo ese dinero va a ir al fondo para el centenario. Y por último, pedimos a cada ministerio, si es posible, o como individuos que donen dinero, puede ser por comprar un anuncio en el folleto conmemorativo o como sea. Vamos a pedir a todos que participen para ayudarnos a pagar por estos eventos.
Okay, the next few slides is more specific of what I have discussed earlier. So those are the what we are planning to do for the booklet, and the donation ranges from $25 to $300. I'll just continue, Father Roberto, with all the other stuff. And again, those are the information that was sent out to you. We're hoping that we can ask local businesses to help us out. And the entry for this is October 31st, so it will give us time to make sure that all the criteria are met. Okay? Next slide, please. And then we'll just continue on and Father Roberto will this. Okay, so this is the merchandise for sale. You guys have seen this already. We had this back in our Paris carnival, I believe, last year. So teachers will be $20 for adult, children will be $10. We'll also have little Centennial mugs as well as little tote bags that will have our logos for the Centennial. Okay, and I had talked a little bit earlier about the participation already. Okay.
For the ministry participation, in 2018, we started the first ministry leader town hall meeting. And in that meeting, we were able to achieve the openness of each other, getting to know each other. And in 2019, we did it again, and this time we communicated with Father Roberto welcoming, and we communicated with you the plans for the parish governance. And today, we once again conducted this meeting thinking that it will be a success because we are seeking your participation once again to this milestone activity that our parish is undertaking. So we are really asking for your participation, and in that regards, one of the things that this coming September 12 activity, we are inviting each one of you to be promoting your ministry, and so that the second floor will be filled up with the ministry fair, and unfortunately we don't have a bigger space, so we will allocate one table for each of the ministry, and you'll be able to promote your ministry. Why was it we decided to do that? In 2019, when we did the ministry fair, it was indeed a success because there was an additional group that participated, such as what's called the Operation Christmas Child Shoebox, which was led by Sylvia Collins, and Visiting the Prisoner by Greg Knox. So those are those two new additional groups that participated in the ministry fair. So we are seeking again your engagement on this one so that you can also at the same time promote your ministry and you can engage more members more parishioners into your activities. With regards to the opening of the Capsule Hall, we will be needing volunteers, especially on the September 11th, there will be a need for volunteers to decorate the building. So we'll be asking your help with that. That will be from 12 to 4. And then on September 12 itself, we will be asking for more volunteers to be able to help do the welcoming of our parishioners. We need some volunteers for the food. We need volunteers for the child activity that is associated to that. And also as well as some kind of a tour that needs some help in terms of the what we call the ministry fair that is being conducted in the second floor at the time. So those are the three things that we need to have. So
okay, stay. Como pueden ver, en ese día de la apertura, el 12 de septiembre, ocupamos ayuda con diferentes partes de esa celebración. Les damos otra vez la oportunidad de reclutar miembros. Acá arriba vamos a tener una feria de ministerios. Pedimos su ayuda por traer literatura sobre su grupo, su ministerio. Necesitamos voluntarios para simplemente hablar con nuestras iglesias mientras que pasan a las diferentes mesas. Y es una oportunidad para que ustedes puedan tener formularios para registrar a las personas que quieran participar en sus ministerios. Y lo que necesitamos son ayudantes para decorar todo este edificio el día anterior, voluntarios para la comida y la mercancía, y también el equipo de limpieza al final del día. Entonces, si pueden participar de alguna forma, se lo agradeceré.
Okay, so basically the setup time, as I indicated earlier, for Saturday, that is September 11th, we will be needing volunteers from 12 to 4. And so that's very important. If you can send some of your representatives to help us on this activity, that would sincerely be appreciated. And then on the September 12th, at the end of the fair, at the end of the activities, will be from 3:30 to 4:30, will be a general cleanup and things of organization and cleanup. So that's all that we need on those important things.
To volunteer, do we need to register or we just go out or?
We're going to get to that.
We'll get to your question and answers later, okay? So we're just going to complete the presentation.
Ok, como pueden ver, simplemente un horario para ayudar en esas áreas necesarias de preparar el edificio, decorar el edificio, de limpieza, etc. Esas son las fechas y el horario.
Okay, so for those who are volunteers, we would like, they can go and sign up those so that as is being posted right now.
I will share this link on our website this week, so that sign up for the volunteers will be available at the St. Dominic website. You don't have to write the numbers of that.
Pueden, Jay va a poner toda esta información en nuestro sitio web para que puedan registrarse como voluntario más tarde en esta semana.
Okay, so let me talk a little bit about virtues. And I would like to share with you a quote from our Archbishop. We need to feel the responsibility to protect every child as if he or she was our own son or daughter, our own niece or nephew, or our own brother or sister. That's why it's very important for all of us who are doing this volunteer to be taking up or refreshing ourselves with the virtues training. The Archdiocese of Los Angeles mandates all staff, whether paid or volunteer, and all volunteers to work in any capacity with or around children, the elderly, or people with special needs are required to complete the initial 3-hour virtues training. So for those who already have done and they just need a recertification, there is training for that. That's just, they call it a refresher course. And the title of that is Keeping the Promise Alive. It provides an ongoing awareness for the prevention of child sexual abuse. It's designed to identify and reinforce the lessons of the regional Protecting God's Children for Adults program by clarifying some or the more challenging aspects of the sessions and strengthening the participants' ability to recognize risky behavior in their environment and take action to intervene in potentially threatening situations. This program would answer the question, what have been some results of the Protecting God's Children program, and what else can we do to keep all children safe? As we have posted on the bulletin, there's an available virtues training for the parishioners Saturday, August 28th, 9 to 12, Saturday, September 18th, 9 to 12, and Saturday, October 23rd, 9 to 12. That was posted in our bulletin. And you have to enroll, you have to register, even though you need a refresher, you have to still enroll the virtues, www.virtuesonline.org. Thank you.
I would like to introduce Maureen Brown, who's been leading these virtues classes for 15 years. And Maureen, please stand. Thank you so much. And she's been very dedicated. This is an essential part of our ministry as Catholics now. We just have to do this. And so Maureen is saying that the sign-ups have been very, very slow. So you must do this. And please spread the word to all of your ministries. It's not an option. You have to, we priests especially have to do it. But all of us, we have to be trained in how to see the signs of anything that is questionable. And we've got to overcome this in our church. And it takes all of us, not just the priests. So please, please sign up for recertification. Es una parte esencial de nuestro ministerio católico hoy en día. Lamentablemente todos estamos asustados y lamentamos lo que ha pasado en nuestra iglesia católica, pero es culpa no solamente de los obispos y de los sacerdotes, sino es la culpa de todos porque hemos permitido esto en nuestra iglesia. Tenemos que superar esta situación por ser entrenados en estas clases. Yo sé que en español es un poco más complicado y difícil, pero tenemos que hacerlo para lograr superar esta situación. So we really have to work together to overcome this. And it can only happen if all of us get trained. Again, we priests have to do this ourselves. So please, please spread the word to your ministries. They have to do it if they're going to participate in any kind of ministry here at St. Dominic.
This is our last slide before our break time, because I know you guys have all been sitting here for quite a while. So all of the information for the stuff we've gone over this morning will be available on our parish website, stdominics.org/centennial. We've also created one of these. Who knows what that is? Anyone know? So for the youngins, it's a QR code. It's kind of like a barcode. So if you see those around and you scan it with your cell phone, it will usually direct you to a link, and you can click on it. It'll take you to our webpage. You can also just go on your computer and type in the browser. So the webpage will have the calendar as well as participation information, entry forms, rules about art contests, etc. And if you ever have questions that are not answered on the website, you can email myself. My email is communications@stdominics.org. Go ahead.
A lo mejor reconocen este cuadro que es un código QR, que es una parte de la tecnología moderna. Uno puede captar la imagen con su celular y le lleva al sitio web del Centenario de la Iglesia para la información sobre el calendario de eventos, información de participación. Y si no pueden hacer eso, simplemente llamen a la oficina o preguntan al miembro del equipo pastoral de la parroquia.
All right, so this concludes the first half, or like the first 2/3 of our meeting. We're going to take a 15-minute break. You guys can go back downstairs or grab another snack, use the bathroom, or just take a break. We're going to come back in here in 15 minutes, and we'll do the question and answer, and then we'll conclude the meeting. So thank you.
Just want to encourage you to check out all the rooms. There are meeting rooms back here, outside the bathroom on that side as well as on this side, downstairs. And there's also meditation garden outside along the walkway. So please check out everything.